morning and welcome to It's Happening Here with Lois and Diane. I'm Lois Taylor.
And I'm Diane Austin. And today we are here at Boon Bakery. It's with Megan. It just smells amazing.
Thank you.
Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
as soon as we walked in, it was like, oh my goodness.
Fresh bread.
Yes. Brings back memories, doesn't
Yes. My grandmother used to make that and donuts and
It's a nostalgic smell for many people, I think.
it?
Yeah.
Yes. And you're relatively new downtown, right?
Yeah. We opened on Thanksgiving weekend. Yeah.
And business has been good?
Very good. Yeah. There's a bigger need than I thought. Yeah.
Tell us about your bakery. We noticed that it's gluten-free and dairy-free. What does that mean?
Yeah, well, it just means that anyone who's avoiding gluten for any reason can safely eat here without any worry. And this as well, it goes for dairy as well. And there's many vegan options. It just means that we use different types of flour that don't have gluten in them. So wheat, barley, rye, spelt and kamut, they all have gluten in them. And so we use flours like millet, rice, sorghum, teff, oat flours, things of that nature that don't have gluten in them.
Okay.
And what do you use to replace the dairy?
We use coconut oil often, vegetable shortening, and often in our sweets we use Earth Balance. It's like a vegan butter.
Oh, so it tastes like butter, but it's...
But it's not butter.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's not butter.
I can't believe this is dairy-free. Yeah. Yeah.
Noticing your bread behind you, that
Yeah.
was fresh out of the oven.
Yep, we make a variety of fresh loaves. We make sourdough loaves, we make sandwich loaves, buns, and bagels, and flatbreads. We rotate those through the week on a fresh bread schedule, and then we always have a variety of sliced and frozen loaves in the freezer as well.
So they can come and just buy the frozen loaves and take them home and pull them out?
Pull them out as they need them, or we can slice the fresh loaves for you as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good for homemade
So this
soups.
one looks interesting on the top. What's
Yeah,
in...
this is a fruit and nut loaf. It's like a cinnamon raisin loaf with walnuts. It's darker brown in nature because we use a lot of teff flour in this one, and teff is the smallest cultivated grain, and it's a nice dark brown grain, so it makes a very dark flour.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I found it on your shelf,
Yes,
Megan.
that is a bag of teff flour. So we do also sell bulk flour and baking ingredients, should you want to try making things for yourself at home.
That is so
Why
fun.
would you, though?
Well, just but it is fun to try things out, for sure. It's fun.
I would say, has she met us?
Yeah. A lot of the gluten-free flours have a lot more flavor and certainly a better nutritional profile than wheat flour.
So it's healthy, Diane?
It can be very healthy. The sweets are still sweetened with sugar and still loaded with fat.
I was just going to
So
say,
they're not,
apparently.
they're not for Weight Watchers. But they are healthier in terms of not making you feel ill if you have a restricted diet.
Yeah. That's good. I'm going to lie and just say I got it at Boon Bakery, and it's dairy-free and gluten-free.
That's right.
And it's not fattening.
Right. You can eat as much as you want.
So Diane just ordered a tray of sweets for her weekend away, so...
Yeah, I am. I'm excited. I'm going to tell the gentleman that, well, these are healthy. I
That's
got them
right.
from this very special bakery.
And you know what?
eat
And
them.
they won't even know that they're gluten and dairy free, because our sweets are definitely just as good, if not better sometimes, than their wheat counterparts because of the flours we use. They often impart more flavor than wheat flours. Yeah.
Which I wouldn't thought. I
Yeah.
would have thought that they were more bland and not as
Well,
sweet.
often starch is used in combination with other flours, and starch is fairly bland, and rice flour can be bland too. But all the other flours have really nice flavors and textures.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I notice as well you have a coffee, a selection of coffees and teas, so someone can come in and get a muffin or...
Yeah, you can get a coffee or tea to go and grab a muffin. We also make vegan pizza buns, so you can get like a little
For lunch.
savory lunch or snack if you'd like. And we have a variety of dairy-free and gluten-free things in our freezer and fridge as well, and on our pantry shelves. So there are some convenient foods and other dairy-free and gluten-free options that can make life tastier and easier for yourself if you're avoiding certain things.
a lot of people will recognize your store just because it was, what was the name of it?
Marketplace.
Market side.
Market
yes,
side,
it was
yes.
market side for 27 years. That's
Yes.
right. But I have changed it in here greatly, that's for sure. But yeah, it's a great location in that way. It is close to the farmers market. It's right across from City Hall. There's lots of parking in and around Boon Bakery, and it's easy to get to by foot. It's a really nice location. I'm really proud to be part of downtown Owen Sound and part of making Owen Sound a better place to live. I've been here for 10 years, and I absolutely love Owen Sound. It reminds me a little bit of where I grew up, outside of North Bay. I just really like it. So I'm glad to, be a part of it and try to make it a better place
Riverside
to live.
downtown. I welcome you.
Well, thank you very much.
Yes.
It's good to be here.
Yes, it's so clean and neat and tidy in here. It's
Yeah.
so well kept. You've done a tremendous job renovating.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it was all my design. So I've made all the recipes myself, and I also designed the space. I had wallpaper custom made.
I know, that
Yeah.
is so cool.
Yeah. It's a lot of the grains that make up the flours we use. So there's oat, sorghum, millet, rice, tapioca, and almond depicted in there.
Yeah.
Joe Scholdes from Yes Designs made that wallpaper for me. Well, designed it, and I had it printed, but he did a wonderful job.
I wanted to ask you, obviously you've been in the baking business for quite a long time. How did you start? How did you start being a baker?
Well, I'm self-taught. I just love food. I think about food constantly. I read
Me too. Me too.
I read cookbooks in bed, and it became a necessity for me to get into gluten-free and dairy-free baking because my son has a gastrointestinal disease that makes it so that he is better without eating gluten and dairy. And myself, I became quite ill and didn't know why, and then found through avoiding gluten and dairy, I felt much better. And so I just sort of came by it naturally. I'd had lots of training in kitchens as a cook, and then just out of my passion for food, I taught myself. I turned my kitchen into a test kitchen when the pandemic hit, actually. And
Here we are.
away I went. And then I quickly found that there is a way of making really healthful, delicious gluten-free bread, and that the world should be able to access it. So I started small in a shared commercial kitchen in Rockford and sold my bread through the Owen Sound Farmers Market, and quickly found that I needed more room and more help to make more product, and decided to dive in and build a proper shop downtown. And this location, as soon as I walked in, I knew it was the one. So I went for it.
I wish I was your family so I could have been the guinea pig when you were making
I
all
was trying all those things. Yeah, that's right.
You have to roll me in and out of the house.
But it's healthier, Diane.
Yeah, apparently.
Yes, it's a healthy roll.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
So how did you come up with the name Boon Bakery?
Well, boon is a word that's fallen out of fashion, but it does mean a helpful or beneficial thing.
Oh.
So and that's really how I feel. This bakery, that's really what this bakery is about helping people access healthy and nutritious and delicious food that they can eat that makes them feel good. And so I really do feel like it's a benefit to the gluten-free, dairy-free community and vegans alike. And and I just like the alliteration.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah,
No,
it's
that's
a catchy
wonderful.
name. So yeah, it's not my last name, as many people think it is. But it means a help for it, but
I love that.
Thing. Yeah.
I do too. You put a lot of thought into it,
Thank you.
and that makes it even more meaningful and
Yeah.
come from your heart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
So I see you have a team working away in the
Yes,
back.
I do. Yeah.
Is it okay if we go back
Yeah,
and
we
check
can
out
take
what
a look
they're-
at the kitchen. Sure.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, after you. That mixer is amazing.
Yeah, it's one of our. It's the smaller mixer, actually.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I
Yeah.
hear a beep.
I do too.
Yeah, that's the raspberry almond bars coming out of the oven. Classic bar.
Raspberry is my most favorite.
wow.
I think they need
Oh.
another minute, actually. I think so. I think they do actually need another, I'd say 2 minutes.
That's
Well,
awesome.
they need to get a little
minutes.
browner on top, I think.
Okay, that's what I was going to say.
There you go.
Not me. I
You're
did
the
it wrong.
expert.
Because I'm the expert.
these
It's like,
out.
oh, she's not taking them out yet.
Those aren't ready.
So today is Tuesday.
Yep.
And you're closed Monday, Tuesdays. Are those the 2 days you do your baking? Get
Well,
ready
we
for
do
the
a
week?
lot of production on Tuesday, and yes, we're not open on Tuesdays. We're open Wednesday to Saturday.
Okay.
Wednesday to Friday, 10 to 5, and Saturdays, 9 to 3.
Okay.
We're here getting ready for the week on Tuesdays. And then we're closed Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So.
Do you bake the same thing, or do you have a special that you do every week?
We
or-
have a fresh bread schedule that changes through the week with our variety of fresh breads and buns and things. And then we just keep the sweets in the case on a rotation. There's nothing set in stone. It's kind of what we see needs to be made and what we feel like making. There's always a variety of cupcake. We change our flavor every week.
Okay.
And there's a variety of cookies and squares as well.
Nice.
So what are some of the flavors of cupcakes that you would have?
We make the classic chocolate cupcake with chocolate frosting, and that's our most popular one, I think. And then we make like a mint chocolate cupcake. We've
Ooh.
made raspberry lemon cupcakes.
Ooh,
We've made,
yum.
all kinds of different flavors. We play around with them. We don't use any artificial coloring in our products. And we don't use any artificial flavoring as well. We use real vanilla and real fruit or real flavorings to flavor or color something.
That's what I was going to say, because when I was here earlier, she had the raspberries out ready for the squares.
Yeah.
And now you've got bananas there, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, we're making banana bread today as well. We make little mini banana bread loaves.
Okay.
And we make muffins as well. So.
So do you have a phone number or website information you want to get out there?
Yeah, our website is boonbakery.ca, and our phone number is 519-416-7000. We're also on Instagram and Facebook.
Very good. Oh, those look amazing.
Those look good.
Yes.
The jam is bubbling on the edges. Looks great.
You got the seal of approval there. So thank you so much for having us.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure.
I am-
Great meeting you.
Yeah.
and welcoming
Nice to
you
meet you.
to downtown.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
I am definitely going to spread the word.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
And I
Good.
can't wait to see my tray
Yeah.
for my ice fishing.
Your healthy tray.
My healthy tray.
Yes.
Because we're going
She's
to Lake
supposed to bring her
Wisconsin.
veggie tray.
Yes.
So this will
that's
work,
This'll
right?
work.
Yeah.
Totally. You could just swap
Yeah.
gluten-free out for
Yeah.
veggies anytime.
Just dip it in there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
coming.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Yes.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Ani, I'm Carolyn King, and I'm a member of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation and the creator of the Moccasin Identifier. Philip Cote, an artist in Toronto here, took and redrew real moccasins. We're starting over with the children. The idea is that they would research whose land their school is built on, near, or what treaty area they're in. And the educational kit that we have has all that information in there. And the children just, love it. My dream is that this province will be covered with moccasin identifiers within the next decade. And they will forever know whose land they're on. That's the goal. Educate and awareness with a nice, simple little program called the Moccasin Identifier.
Hello everyone, your host Antoine Hashim here on the couch, and welcome to season 8. Yay! 8 seasons, and we've got a lot of awesome guests coming up, so keep watching.
Welcome back to It's Happening Here with Lois and Diane. I'm Lois Taylor.
And I'm Diane Austin, and today we are here with Scott Gregg from Runner's Den. I'm pretty excited about this.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Great to
Thank
see
you
you.
for having
Thank you
us.
for having us.
That's a pleasure.
Yeah. So were you out running this morning?
No. We're pumped up because we're back into our running clinics, and we're running tonight at 5:30. So it's great to be started again, because we just had to wait for the delay after COVID and just restarted Monday night. So, it's a super positive environment and great to see people outside again.
So do you have different clinics that would run maybe like me 10 feet, or someone that would run a kilometer, 5 kilometers?
Well, if somebody comes in here and they want to start with 10 feet or 20 feet, then we'll start there and we'll take them as far as they want to go. And it's great to see people respond over time to, you have to enjoy what you're doing. And so we try to make it enjoyable. And as long as it's enjoyable, people find it very easy to stay connected and committed to it. And then with some, who knows how far it'll take them. It's great to see some people who maybe they've lost a lot of weight, or something happened in their personal lifestyle that they're trying to, or a personal life that they're trying to get over. Or some have racing goals, and perhaps they achieve them over the long term. So we've been around for so many years now. I think we've seen all types of success stories.
For sure.
Yeah,
I think
go ahead.
with myself, I'm not a runner, but I really enjoy walking. And do you have walking clubs as well, or?
We often, for all the years we have, and during COVID it's been a step back. We haven't had the walk groups. There's just been some apprehension about getting out there with the formal walk group, but we hope to have the fast power walking group back for spring. So we're fingers crossed, as long as we keep progressing forward, that'll return. Because we often tell people it's not about running a half marathon or a marathon. These things take a lot of time, and there's peripheral stretching and strength work that has to go along with that. So it's a big commitment. But for the general public, it's about general health and wellness is 30 to 45 minutes of walking a day, or being outside and get some fresh air, walk around the block, enjoy the beautiful community that we live in. And that strides towards a healthier lifestyle.
Oh yeah, and there's so many trails around. Like I walk by myself in the mornings, and it's just beautiful.
It
and
is,
it's good for
yeah.
the soul. So I know a lot of our viewers at home would be able to understand that it's.
What's amazing about this community is we have these little nooks and trails that people that have lived here for literally 30, 40 years, I don't even think know exist. And there's, you can escape. Literally in certain places in the city, the Orchard Trail, or the trail up to Parkview Estates, the old nurses' residence trails. Like, some of these are not known to many people.
I was going to ask you, how long have you been in the running business, the shoe business?
Well, we opened in July of 2006, and we were approximately 1 block further south towards Harrison Park from where we are now, and moved here in 2013. The business had grown, and from an accessible vantage point, we really upgraded where we are now, because before it was not accessible. And,
No, it was down below.
yeah.
I remember that.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
it's been
I know.
terrific. We came in here, we laid down this 8mm rubberized track, and it's what we say, it's a metaphor about putting people on the right track.
That's right.
And I think we're probably the only store in the country
Yes.
with a track like this
It's brilliant.
in the store.
Yep.
Our inspiration was a store in Naperville, which is a Chicago suburb.
Okay.
And when this got laid, we were super happy with how it came out. So it's already been 16 years now
That's
Wow.
that we've been
crazy.
downtown.
What's the distance of this track once around?
It's about 23 meters. There's a little variation between inside and outside lane, but when we did our grand reopening, it was 1,988 laps on the outside lane for 50K. And we had an ultra runner from Durham named Ron Irwin, and he ran 50K in here that day while we were flipping flapjacks in the back,
Oh
and
my
bag of
gosh.
witches, and
Wow.
shoe brands were all set up. So it was quite a day. And Ron, he kept going until he did 2,013 laps, because that's what the year was. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Now it's a family affair here. You work with your wife.
Yep.
And
Yep.
is she here today?
Yeah, Tracy's working hard doing the social media. She's, like anybody that has a small business, they are marketing, they're social media, they are accounting, they are IT support, they're everything. They're sales and service. So
It's hard to keep up, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Oh, with
Today I'm the
Instagram,
TV
Facebook.
personality.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
I would love to see some of your product.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
we'll
as
just
well-
take a walk down our track here, which we use to assess people's gait during the fitting process and try to put them in the right shoes.
Do you feel like getting fitted today?
Yes, I don't have any holes in my socks. I'm
Okay.
good.
All right,
Awesome.
let's go.
Let's go.
I love that purple
Oh
one.
my gosh, I need this for the gym for sure. In my size too. Scott, before you size Diane, could you tell me about these jackets?
Well, when it comes to jackets, there's variable lengths or thicknesses or weights that look after cold needs or keeping the rain off. But often at this time of year now, what you see here are reflective elements in these garments so that when you're out in the dark,
Yeah.
it's really great to be able to provide a big heads up for motorists to be able to see that individual on the sidewalk. And yeah, it's looking after everyone's safety,
Yeah.
both the athletes and the motorists. In here, we start with measuring your foot. So I'm going to put you in the old-fashioned foot measuring device. And we take 2 measurements of the foot, which is the length, and then an internal measurement of the arch. And I'm going to have you stand now for me. And we get length, we get width, we get second measurement, and then we also are going to measure your right foot.
Okay.
Why are they two different ways of doing it there?
The way they curve, I think, too.
Oh,
Provides some insight into the actual foot structure
okay.
and the resultant needs for whatever foot shoe is best for that individual. And, okay.
We're
You
good.
step out. And the second step we would have you do is walk down our track, down a lane, so that we could take a look at your leg axis and biomechanics. And then you could try to fool us, but we've been at this a lot of years now. And then come back towards us. And now we've got an idea in our head what's the best type of shoe and what's probably the best size to start with. And then we would listen to you in terms of, do you have certain colors, certain styles that might be more appealing, and
I love
What
the
about
provides us some
for
direction.
action, like if she wants something for walking
Yeah.
instead of running, would
Yeah.
that make a difference too?
So
Or?
walking versus running, if we're running, depending on the individual, we're going to speed things up. So that foot's maybe going to strike a little bit more advanced into the midfoot as opposed to the lateral heel, which is, this is how we're all walking. So we're coming in on that plane.
Oh, okay.
So when we know someone's walking or light running, that's the entrance point.
Okay.
And we consider everything from needs from that point into toe-off phase. So walking is pretty common. People have a slightly different angle that they're coming in on, but you'll notice in the shoe wall, almost every shoe is going to have some beveling in the outside heel, and that's anticipating that foot coming in on that angle there. So ASICS is placing that gel into the shoe to attenuate that higher impact that's occurring there.
I also like those gray and pink ones.
The gray and pink here
Yeah.
would be a great choice, and if you'd like, we can, I can go to the back and grab a couple and you can try them on.
I would love that.
I'll just be one moment.
Thank you.
So what I've done here in the mint is I've substituted a different color for the shoe that you had chosen off the wall. And you can walk, go around the track in both those. And really the right shoe should just kind of feel like an extension of your foot. Almost as if you're blindfolded when you're just trying the two of them on, one on one foot, one on the other. And what just feels most natural, cushioned all underfoot, support where it's needed, and nothing pushing or not fitting in the heel properly.
So how would I know which is the best one for me? Because I love them both. And there's
They
another pair
both,
just
to
like them.
us, they both look adequate on your foot. If we see something that doesn't look aligned with the customer, then we would take the initiative to remove that from the consideration. So you could feel confident with either of those shoes.
Okay.
And it's our job here to remove something that doesn't look appropriate.
See, this one feels not as high as this one at the back, so I can feel it in my heel just up above where my ankle
Which
is.
is nice because you're speaking to just the variances between two different brands and the depth of the actual heel that each shoe brand will construct. So
Okay.
you're either looking at the population as a whole and trying to have the the most universal fit, but everybody's ankle bone is a little different, and it's just going to situate itself in the shoe differently.
Oh, okay. So to recommend you, if you had to pick, because I'm so indecisive, which one?
I think the black shoelaces on that grape shoe there look terrific.
I do too. Yes, I love them. And look, there's another pair just like them for anyone out there. So I'll take them both. I love it.
And during COVID, we still have stock on them.
Yes, you do, which is great. Thank you.
And then we pair them up with a perfect moisture wicking sock, so you can go out there and maintain perfect comfort. So cotton is a product that holds moisture. These are all blends of wool or synthetic nylons of some sort or degree, and these maintain maximum moisture wicking. So while your shoe can get wet, your foot's not uncomfortable, because that shoe, given time, and often not much time, is moisture wicking through the sock and getting that discomfort away from the foot through the shoe.
Thank you so much. I like them both. I'm having a real trouble trying to pick which one.
Hey, that's
So
great to
thank
hear
you.
from our standpoint.
Now, I noticed when she was walking around that you have these really spiffy things to put on your shoes for the ice.
Those types of products are great in the Canadian winter environment. Falls can be devastating for people,
Yes.
so we want to do everything we can to make sure we lessen that risk and prevent falls. That's a really sharp piece there that if somebody's out there in those snowy trails that are packed down or icy sidewalks, that maintains a really sharp grip for people, and keeps them walking in comfort. Again, like I say, falls are devastating. So
For sure. And you have several different kinds. Like these are specifically for running shoes, but I noticed that there's other kinds here as well.
that can go on a hiking boot or a
Oh,
winter boot. It's
okay.
a really solid universal type piece, as long as you get the right size that coordinates with your footwear.
Right.
And you don't have something that's loose and going to fall off. Just the
No,
right
these
fit.
look amazing.
I wouldn't want to walk on hardwood floors or vinyl with
No,
those.
you don't want to rush into your house and answer your phone without
Or
it.
dancing on any table.
Yeah, we
Not
have,
that we've done that before.
I want to talk to you about that, Lois. Anyway, how do people contact you? So if they want to come into the store, or do you have a website?
So our phone number is 371-1577, or we can be reached at runnersdenos.com. 801 2nd Avenue East. It's great to be part of the Owen Sound downtown in the River Precinct here. So.
Yes. Yes, you're
Absolutely.
right on the corner. You can't miss it.
No. Thank you so much for having us.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
I love it. I still can't choose.
And that's a good problem to leave it with you.
Yes. Thanks again, Scott.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line, email us, or connect with us on social media.
I've had dreams that weren't just dreams. Am I crazy?
If you want the truth, Neo, you're going to have to follow me.
I'm making this film because I saw myself in your story.
I could seriously be on the verge of having a mental breakdown, but as long as I'm able to go skate, I'm completely fine.
Hi, I'm Selwyn Buck Hicks, Warden for Grey County. To find out what's happening